Today we are going to make panellets, a typical Halloween dessert from my background in Spain, Catalonia and Valencia, called All Saints Day. In this recipe I will show you two types of pastry, white and sweet potato. Let's get started. 250 grams of white potato, 250 grams of sweet potato, 500 grams of custard sugar, 500 grams of almond meal, 100 grams of desiccated coconut, 50 grams of choc chip dark chocolate, 100 grams of hazelnuts, which I crush for later decoration, and 140 grams of pine nuts. I start off with a pan of boiling water. I boil the potatoes for 25 to 35 minutes depending on their size. Peel and leave to cool completely. With the sweet potato, I bake for 40 minutes on 220 degrees. I peel them and also let them to cool. Mash the potatoes. Add half of the sugar. And then half of the almond meal and mix. It is optional to add also lemon zest, which I add in my sweet potato pastry. When transferring to the board, the pastry will be very sticky. Add a little corn flour and shape. The less you work it, the better, as it becomes harder to manage. Cover and let it rest for at least 3 hours in the fridge. And the same goes for the sweet potato pastry. I section the pastry in 4 parts as I will be preparing 4 different shapes and ingredients for the decorations. Roll into 3 cm balls and dip them in beaten egg whites. Cover them completely in pine nuts, patting them delicately, and place them in a tin tray. And repeat with the white potato pastry. With the second section, I add bit by bit the desiccated coconut and mix as much as the dough can take without drying out the pastry. And repeat with the sweet potato pastry. Create small shaped mushrooms and cover in coconut. You can make pyramids, half moons, whatever design you like. Be creative. Then another round shape panellets by adding a glacy cherry in the middle, or also dipping them in the egg whites and covering them in the crushed hazelnuts with a whole hazelnut in the middle. Heat up your oven to 220 degrees while placing the rest of the panellets in the tray. Then paint the pine nut and hazelnut panellets with the egg yolks, and also the mushroom tips just for decoration. For Halloween, you can decorate as you like. With the sweet potato pastry, I like to add chocolate chips in the middle of the panellets. I continue this process of decorations and painting with egg yolk, my hazelnut panellets. When baking your panellets, always watch them so they don't burn. For instance, in my oven, I cook them for 10 minutes on 220 degrees for the first 5 minutes and then lower the temperature to 180 degrees for the remaining 5 minutes. When making panellets, don't eat them quickly. They need to cool down, and believe me, they are more delicious the next day or two. Panellet in Catalan means little bread, dating back at least to the 18th century, when they were used as blessed food to share after religious celebrations. Enjoy them after lunch or dinner with a nice sweet wine, usually Moscatel or Mistela. Che approfitti!